make sure the YouTube thing is working. Alright, what's up, Twitch and YouTube?
Okay.
Woodply, thank you for the 3 months. What's your favorite breakfast cereal? First off, thank you very much. Second off, is it childish to say Cinnamon Toast Crunch? But I don't really eat cereal, but I'll say that. Have you seen the video of every last stock of every major and ultimate? I have not. But my question is it actually every major? We're pretty close to 260 subs, thank you. Yeah, Has did a great job. That was very unique to the show, I feel like. I mean, there's things you can do to try to be less nervous, but it's not like a... If you're nervous, you're not doing something wrong. You're probably doing something right, you know what I mean? Nerves don't have to be a bad thing. Like anything in life, it's better to confront it than to try to get rid of it. Or like ignore it. Describe your sense of humor. What things do you find funny? That's a good question. I don't know. I definitely feel like I'm not myself on Twitch that often when it comes to that kind of thing. I'm just stupid. Simple as that. You're gonna do more watch parties? Yeah, why not? If I'm not like at that tournament, I don't see why not. As long as I'm allowed to. You say goofy, silly humor is somewhat accurate. Isn't all humor goofy and silly? Tweak definitely has Family Guy funny moments on a second monitor. Nah, not quite like that. I understand now, you are not a camper. Did you just come back from a fucking mountain? Have you been enlightened? I get it. But you are right, I'm not a camper. Yeah, I feel like most of the time I would still, even if it's like dry humor or dark humor, whatever the fuck. There's still like some silly intentions in a way. I feel like there's... You don't have to have a preference on a type of humor. If something's funny, that shit's funny.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
Oh shit. Drake? Drac? Thank you so much for the... I'm gonna assume Drake. Thank you so much for the $10.68. Holy shit, thank you. I appreciate that very much. Kinda forgot. Keep forgetting about text-to-speech. Or not text-to-speech. That notification. But also the fact that it has text-to-speech as well. But yeah, I appreciate that. Over the last few days, I spent quite a lot of money on my cat at the, like, the vet and stuff, so. It's the best notif ever sound. It's the best notif sound ever, don't change it, please. I got you. When's the next big tournament? I've been pretty behind, too. I've been pretty slow lately, I think. Especially in North America. These are some pretty cool bananas. Spamming tech skill. It's all I know how to do in this life. In this stupid chungus life. How's Tiny been? I think she's good today. B and I both agree she's herself. Oh, donating euros. That makes sense. Thank you so much again. That's very nice of you. Like, very, very nice. Thank you. You still play Legends Arceus? No. I'm still playing Sword and Shield because I got everything in Scarlet Violet for shinies, so I backtracked to Sword and Shield to get what I need there. Have you ever tried anything with footstools up, down, up throw? I don't think it's very good, no. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be hard for me to go to tournaments for a little bit because of Tiny having diabetes now, and she has to get, like, you know, her insulin every 12 hours. We have to really keep track of her, you know, how she's doing with food in the bathroom. And I don't want to just, like, I want to be there with, I want it to be both B and I for a while until it gets to the point where, like, we can handle it individually. So, and I don't know, I don't think it would be good to just leave, like, go to a tournament like right now. Retesting on a new controller. I actually am. It's I have to make a switch. My controller Z button's being weird. Until I figure that out, I'm gonna have to do something else. Cause, like, we could realistically travel and go to a tournament for a weekend or whatever, but we'd probably have to leave her at the vet for a weekend, and I feel like that's just too stressful for a cat, especially if it becomes a regular thing. Like, this feels a little, like, it doesn't feel as loving as taking care of her at home. You know, because if the blood sugar's a problem, taking her to the vet every 5 seconds isn't gonna help. She's gonna have to have checkups as well, so. Yeah. That's right, Drake. It's still white Japanese controller. Those are just my favorite. You didn't even know cats can get diabetes? It's not super uncommon, I don't think. It's Dracula? Sorry, I thought it was Drake as in, like, like dragon, like, you know, like Draco or something. I haven't bought a controller in a while, Casey, so that might be a difficult answer. I don't know, like Draconic or whatever, like the dragon type stuff. I'd be playing Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. Maybe that was why. It's hard to say, Ricardo, but we caught it really early, so we're hoping it's not like a permanent thing, because the diabetes can go into remission. So. Pretty sure Tiny's just like a tortoise shell. Like, we don't have like any fancy breeds. They're all pretty much mutts. Does that term apply to cats too, or is it just dogs? Either way, you know what I mean. Controller's like just so stiff. You adopted her from a shelter, right? No, she was just in a parking lot with a baby. Someone just left her or something, I don't know. All of them are just from outside. And we got them like vaccinated and all that, like got them taken care of essentially. Ramby's from outside, Tiny's from parking lot outside, Frankie's from outside. It's actually a crazy story with Frankie because when we got him, both his ears were infected and his head was tilted like this. So when I first saw him, it kind of freaked me out. I was like, this cat like pissed off at me. Like he was just on our porch. And like we took him, we took care of him outside for a little bit, and then when we took him in, we kept him in a specific room so he didn't interact with Tiny and Ramby yet, because we didn't know anything about him, like vaccinated and all that. So you know, we had to do all that first, but his ears were so bad. And his head still is kind of tilted to this day. It's pretty cute. And I feel like his hearing isn't even that good. Because a lot of the time he looks in the opposite direction. We always say his headset's on backwards. Because a long time ago when I was playing Warzone, I was like, why am I always looking the wrong way when I hear something? And it's because I was using my headset backwards for like a week. There's also an even crazier part to the story. But I don't know if I want to tell it on stream. To like Frankie, basically. Frankie Kong? No, just like Frankie from One Piece. Frankie Ramby is like the rhino from Donkey Kong Country, and then Tiny is Tiny Kong. I'm not sure, KP. That's a good question. I've only gone to locals. There was a regional in Philly not too long ago, but I didn't go. So maybe I'm not as serious right now, but I think there's definitely a chance I get super serious in the near future. Why can't you talk about it on stream? You don't have to freak out. Like, don't worry. It's not the end of the world, but I don't know. I'd have to ask B what she thinks about telling it on stream. What was the regional in Philly? It was like a Yu-Gi-Oh regional. I was at my Thursday local and they were talking about it, and that was my first time hearing about it. Frankie's gonna be the first cat to get canceled. No, it's not his fault. And it's not B and I's fault either. I'm gonna ask her what she thinks. I want to tell it. Maybe I should ask to get to 260 subs first. It's a pretty interesting story. I think it would be the end of the world. Huh? I won't. Okay. I'm not telling the story. I'm not telling the story. Don't worry though, we did nothing wrong. I don't know how to explain it without telling it, so just trust me, bro. Yeah. So we had 2 cats and we had no intention of getting Frankie, but he literally showed up on our porch basically. And he was just not doing well. He's doing great now, obviously. But yeah, we have the 3 cats and we have a rabbit named Donkey Kong. Competitive Pokemon like VGC? I think it's cool, but I'm not really into it. I don't do anything competitive when it comes to Pokemon. I just collect cards and shiny hunt. I'm as casual as it gets, basically. Like I do everything casual. But I'm crazy about that casual shit I do, bro. I sell cards, I collect cards, I shiny hunt for like thousands of hours, like. You have a cat tree / condo for your cats. We have 2 cat trees. I would say at the moment only one of them uses, only Rambi uses cat trees though. Lately, Tiny's either been sleeping on the bed, like just at my feet when she's feeling good, but since she's been feeling bad, she usually like hides a little bit, but we know it's okay. We know she's just tired or like getting used to the new lifestyle. You know, that can be a really bad sign, but she's been pretty energetic today. She's probably just in the living room with B. Are the cats fine with the rabbit? That's a good question. Overall, yes. So Tiny like grew up with him at one
These are
point.
pretty cool bananas.
Oh my gosh. Rohan, thank you for the $15 donation. Hey Tweak, huge fan. Sorry to hear about your cat and hope this helps. Thank you so much for the 2 donations. Drac and Rohan, thank you. Holy shit. But yeah, Tiny grew up with Donkey Kong. Like, at one point she was smaller than him. And he's like a pretty small rabbit. She used to like sleep in the cage with him, all that stuff. So she's good with him. Like, she doesn't like play too hard or do anything she shouldn't with the rabbit. Rambi and Frankie aren't as good, but they're not bad. But they freak Kong out a little bit. So we keep an eye on that, but essentially if he like walks out of like his area, they like kind of bully him back into it. That's like about all they'll do. But Tiny doesn't treat him like anything crazy. She just treats him like anyone else. I don't have a dog, by the way. I'm sure they do, David. You're talking about the zombies map? If so, then absolutely. Probably my favorite one. Maybe second. What modern Yu-Gi-Oh decks are you interested in at the moment? By modern, do you just mean the TCG format? Or do you mean like decks that are kind of new? Yeah, no, Kong's a champ. He's like... I like to say he's like the best of the four of them in terms of behavior and all that. So he's very sweet. And he's pretty old. During TCG. Well, actually, I think last time I streamed, I think I showed off some of my cards and stuff. But my favorite deck to play is Dinos, like Ultimate Conductor. But that's not like a super modern. The most modern deck that I actively play is Memento. And I'm probably going to take that pretty seriously. But I might just say fuck it and play Tenpai as well. But that's a pretty current, like a pretty recent thought. I don't actually have the deck ready or anything. But decks I can play right now are Dino, Memento, Toon, LOL. Useless, but they're my like favorite to collect. And Ancient Gears, which is also kind of LOL. But I might play Tenpai. And then I'm gonna play Memento even more when it gets the support in Infinite Forbidden. Thoughts on One Piece TCG? Have you thought about getting into it? Yeah, of course. I've thought about at least collecting, but I already spent so much on Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've been like kind of chilling on that because of my cat, so I just don't think I can realistically, like, even if things are going really well and I don't have any like surprise bills, like I don't really think I can afford to do 3 TCG. So if I was like a freaking millionaire, I think I just would, but I can't really sacrifice one of the TCGs for One Piece, sadly, despite One Piece being like my favorite thing ever. Like, it's my favorite manga. Yeah, of course, I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, she's doing okay today, thanks for asking. Memento only gets better, so I think that's a great option. Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's a little different than my usual style, and it's really hard, but I'm willing to learn. I feel like Dino, Tenpai, Ancient Gears like all kind of line up with each other a little bit, so I feel like I'm gonna learn Tenpai super easily, and then Memento is gonna be a little difficult. Peanut Popcut, thank you for the Prime for 2 months. Right as I fucking use the move. Thank you. Appreciate that. But like, I figured like literally the other day, so it's funny you asked about like what modern decks I'm interested in. So I was like, bro, if I'm new, I should play a good new deck. So things like Memento and Tenpai I think are really reasonable. And I think I'm gonna do it. I just need to like, be in a good spot financially before I like commit. Tenpai isn't gonna be hard, but I'm still not gonna, like I have enough fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards right now. But maybe in a month or two I'll get Tenpai. It's just I want to be pretty smart because I spent like $6 grand on my cat. And who knows what's gonna, like, there's rent and I might have to fund my own tournament travel at some point, so I gotta be careful because as much as I love Yu-Gi-Oh, like sometimes I'm stupid and spend too much money. I like shiny cardboard very, very much. Are you liking YouTube versus Twitch, or do you not notice any difference? It's more so like I'm just curious what other people think. Some people say they prefer to watch mobile through YouTube and blah blah blah, and some people like this or that. When I first started, like basically the YouTube thing is new, so it's hard for me to like ask people to join and be a member or like super chat. So like I'm kind of just keeping it chill. And if they want to support, they want to support. But essentially, I'm just trying to spread the stream as far as possible. So being live on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, like if I'm capable of doing it, why not? Like I don't see a, like, you know, I don't see many cons to it. Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel monsters? Like favorite monster cards? YouTube is dope because you can rewind. Yeah, that they've mentioned that as well. How are the Twitch versus YouTube numbers? I think it's hard for me to tell because I think they might combine or something weird like on the multi-stream on the what I'm using, and then for the YouTube chat, I only have the chat open, so I don't know how many viewers it is. So I'm actually not sure. You guys might have to tell me myself, like if anyone's willing to have both open. I actually don't know. I have no idea. Probably depends on what I'm doing on the stream as well. I actually have only really watched the original. I'm currently rewatching the original again, and I'm just gonna try to watch all the series chronologically. Fabio. Taking me a while though, because I only do like an episode or two a day. And the original is much longer than I thought. It's like a couple hundred episodes. Yeah, what are your favorite monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh? Damn, y'all are asking some good questions. I'll just go through like favorite decks and stuff. My favorite Toon monster is just Blue Eyes. Pretty simple. It's not a good card. But if I were to get like a PSA 10 and like, you know, display it in my room, it would be that card. And then my favorite card in terms of like playing, collecting, like kind of like an all together is Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And but I also really like the Memento like combined creation boss monster. I really like a good main deck boss monster. Like specifically like just a normal effect monster, like not an extra deck. I think that's like a lost art. So I really like Ultimate Conductor and Combined Creation. Those are my favorite cards for monsters. I mean, I love like Soul Eating Oviraptor as well, obviously. Like Toon BLS is a lot of fun because it's actually like a decent card. But for monsters, yeah, those are some of my favorites. Chaos Ancient Gear Giant or is like also like super cool. Yeah, I definitely should go to a bigger event. You're definitely right. It's just hard when I'm also doing Smash stuff. Hard to justify going to a more than just a small local. UCT is so fucking cool, dude. My friends hate playing against it. We're 2 away from 260. Play Earth Machine? Like just generic? I've heard that phrase. I kind of wish I got into Cyber Dragons rather than Ancient Gears. Even though Ancient Gears have new support, I feel like... Am I wrong for thinking Cyber Dragons are still better than Ancient Gears? Also, like, it's hard to want to play Go Second OTK decks when, like, Yubel is just going to be so good. I've never watched Dragon Ball. Also, I think you asked my favorite game earlier. My favorite game is Super Mario RPG. I even tried speedrunning it for a little bit. Yeah, I like to do max rarity for like the core of a deck as well. Some people are the opposite. Some people prefer to max rarity like staple cards rather than like the engine, like the monsters. But I'm all about like if I'm playing dinos, like I'm gonna max rarity the dinos and like I can max rarity the staples like maybe as I go, but because I'm using the same staples across so many decks, like if I get the max rarity staples, cool, but I'm gonna put them in my favorite deck. So it's just much harder because you're gonna need like if you're playing a lot of decks, you would need a lot more. So I like to start with like the actual engine. Up till after forward throw. Is it ever true? But yeah, up till it's frame 6 and at percents like this, it doesn't combo into itself. So something that's funny is up smash is faster than up tilt. But because of the percents where you would forward throw combo, you just can't combo. Even this percent doesn't really combo, so. Yeah, that's a good point, Slushy. Up smash frame 5, yeah, up tilt frame 6 and up smash frame 5. So it makes comboing with up tilt actually kind of strange, especially at low percent. Like consecutive up tilts technically like isn't the fastest way to play. See, that actually comboed. The up tilts weren't comboing. Yeah, the up tilt is perfectly fine. It's just there's just weird scenarios like that. It's just not as good at comboing into itself as it looks, basically. It's more at like percents like this. When it actually tumbles them. Like that's great. But at 0, it's weird. Like when you up tilt at 0, you gotta look for like double jumps, attacks, air dodges. Like you gotta work a little bit harder for it. Down smash can be comboed into with down tilt, especially if you're doing the pivot boost down tilt. But yeah, down tilt, down smash can be comboed into, especially because they made down smash a frame faster in a patch. See, this is a normal down tilt. This is pivot boost. See? Makes a difference. Sadly, that input is frame perfect, but... But there's still presents where you don't have to do the pivot boost. Just gotta know what you're up against. Like, this is just a normal down tilt. It's one of Diddy's coolest combos, in my opinion. Also, it's hard to do pivot down tilt with a new controller. Push it to the left right now. Yeah, pivot boost down tilt can get you F smash, it can get you more down tilt, it can get you down smash, blah blah blah. It simply makes down tilt combo better. Yeah, it's kind of like going for down tilt F tilt at the mid percent as well, when you're just trying to put them off stage at a weird angle. Set up a banana dare or something.
Okay.
Almighty Celesty, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think that's one away from 260. Thank you. Are you going to Smash Factor? I was planning on it, but I don't know if I will. Especially, it's mostly just my cat situation. It's very unfortunate because Mexico City was being like some of BNI's like best experiences like in our lives. Like, just we were treated very well. The food, like all that stuff. We loved it. So it's basically what B was looking forward to the most this year, and we probably shouldn't do it because we need to take care of Tiny. You show how you do that trick with the pumpkin cancel to be this? It's special. Let go of special. Press and hold special. Control stick for special move plus grab. So B, let go of B, press and hold B, direction plus grab. So that direction you're deciding on will decide the special direction. The weird thing about it is like the double B press, I think. Thank you, you are insane. Thank you. It's a little bit different to explain why it's valuable compared to like the jump, cancel aerial, or like the shield storage, or what else is there? I feel like there's another one I'm missing. What did you just say to me? I'm sorry. Nah, it's okay.
Wait. Bro,
Chat, you have no idea what just happened.
bro, or just farted outside the fucking door. Loud. Actually, it sounded like a shark. What the actual fuck? Was that on purpose?
Stop.
What the fuck? That was insane.
I didn't know if you heard that.
Started. What do I even say?
Are you still planning on going Diddy vs. Steve? Yeah. I appreciate that. You have to explain to them what you mean.
I was so scared.
They probably don't realize that we have an apartment.
Okay. I guess there's the person above us is moving out, so there's just been people outside our fucking door all day, and I was just standing by the front door eating a cookie, and I just hear. I got short. I was so scared, Gavin, when it was gonna think it was me. I swear to God. Shark! I'm doing all this back shit. And my cookie. Yeah, while eating a cookie. That's crazy. That it really was.
This is a legendary stream moment that only a few people will ever remember.
I'm actually surprised so Mike didn't pick it up. It's really well. Mad disrespectful.
Drive by is insane. Will Ridley be in Prime 4? I mean, I've never played a Prime game. I don't think I'm qualified.
Fuck.
Huh?
The mock rock video is literally like 6 hours long.
Holy shit.
Crazy. Why did they say that? So why didn't it show up in your
Yeah,
actual chat?
Some of it's like, see, it's starting to not work.
They hacked them. Well, I said you should have Twitch on its own, and then YouTube on its own.
Eventually, this just becomes Twitch anyway.
But it's a skewed viewer count. Oh. Well, no, that counts both of them together. Because on Twitch, I'm pretty sure 70. It added the.
Yeah, I figured. We were just talking about that. That was insane. I can't believe that just happened. Can't believe that just happened. I'm glad y'all liked the episode of Tweak Talks. I thought I was gonna get roasted. I mean, I probably have, but damn, this shit empty. Be right back. Bro, I wish I could just like hop on Crunchyroll and just watch Yu-Gi-Oh on stream for 6 hours. I gotta catch up, bro. I'm on like episode 80 something. I'm trying to watch the whole, every Yu-Gi-Oh series from start to finish. Huh? What? Okay. I think I'm gonna go to the local with Prime, so I can just, he can just pick me up.
And then just go straight.
Okay. I need to get a haircut. Yeah. I talked about that on stream where like when I talk about Smash, it sounds like I'm a fucking Smash Bros conservative. It sounds so stupid. Like how I say like, oh, I don't want Valorant or League or Overwatch. Like those characters, Fortnite, like I don't want those characters in Smash. I just sound crazy, bro. Yeah, I've watched and read Jujutsu Kaisen. I kind of just got bored with it though. So maybe I gotta chill. Maybe we'll just stick to talking about what we want in Smash. It's like, holy shit. I must sound crazy to people that aren't that invested. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Like, ironically, or...
No!
Oh, no way, dude. Nah.
I do. I actually thought she was doing for a while, but
I was nervous about it.
remember how Blizzard was
Yeah.
extremely racist against China? I'm pretty sure that's why. Or no, they didn't let people say anything about China's fighter. And it was a whole thing. I think Tracer was supposed to be fighter pack.
Tracer's more likely than a lot of other ones, but not anymore.
Not anymore, especially after Overwatch 2 just shit the bed.
Yeah.
Which is sad, because, like, I feel like all of Blizzard's, like, original characters, like Tracer and Winston were, like, the ones. Like, they could have done so fucking much with Overwatch as an IP, but they are just weird and dumbass. But I like Overwatch, so
If they had Fortnite, you're leaving the game. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's reasonable. It's like, what even is Smash Bros. Identity if they had fucking Fortnite?
imagine you could fucking say I'm already Tracer. Okay.
That's the thing. I said I was gonna quit if Steve got in the game. Cosmos calls me out on that all the time. But I did not. So here we are. Yo, we are one sub away from 260.
I want to get a quick. You're not gonna like play?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Slushy, for gifting a sub. I appreciate that. Day made. I really appreciate that. Someone gift me real quick. It unfortunately wasn't you. I like accomplishing the goals in increments of like 10. Feels good. Speak how things go and you still give classes. Yeah, I do Metafy lessons. I did one yesterday actually. It's not even about moveset, it's just like it would be terrible. Fortnite isn't successful because of Fortnite Jonesy. Just a placeholder for a fucking live service FPS game. There's nothing impactful about putting it in Smash. Just a soulless, like, type of thing to do. Like if someone wanted to cross over with Smash and put Sandbag in their game. Kind of, yeah. Like, thank you. Yeah, she's doing pretty good today. I don't think she's in here, but I think she's resting in like the sunroom. They like to sunbathe in there. What's your take on DBZ characters in Smash? We have Dragon Quest, can't be that unrealistic. I don't think that is how that works. Dragon Quest is a video game. But yeah, I'm heavily against Dragon Ball and Smash. Also, I don't think it would be the first pick for an anime character in Smash either. I think the West just tend to think that, when it definitely wouldn't be a Dragon Ball character. But that's neither here nor there, because the concept is just not right in the first place. There's like other things to like play and consume when it comes to like, you know, shonen type of things. At the end of the day, there's just a vibe, and if you know, you know, when it comes to if a character is like fitting for Smash. Yeah, it would be One Piece. IMO. Yeah, it's just... I think at the end of the day, it's a compliment to Smash as a whole if you want something ridiculous and nonsensical in the game, because the game is just so good that you want to see more of your favorite stuff in it, but it's just not the right place for it. You know what I mean? Like, Smash has such high standards for itself, and it's such a fantastic series that it makes sense, especially that like younger people that kind of just want what they want are gonna want these things in Smash because it's fucking Smash. So of course they're gonna, I don't know, reach a little bit. And also it's just kind of different with like the younger audience nowadays. It's not really about like single player games as much, especially a wide variety of them. It's a lot of multiplayer, live service, like. Yeah, Smash isn't necessarily just like trendy media. It's definitely its own thing. I'm using a new controller I don't usually use. Just trying to break it in. Dark Magician or Blue Eyes in Smash? Nope. I definitely hope they put Yugi and Kaiba in the Shonen Jump MOBA game though. I'd play the shit out of that. There's a Shonen Jump MOBA. Yeah, it's in beta. And I don't think it's gonna be out in like North America for like quite a while. Does Kratos fill the checkboxes? It's possible. Like, Kratos is definitely doing his own thing. You know what I mean? And that's usually a good sign for Smash, but I don't even know if I'm qualified to say it how reasonable it is. It would be fucked up if they had Kratos before Crash or Spyro. Yeah, I feel like that's not my realm of... Crash, Spyro, Rayman are all in that tier where they're always possible but not super likely. And now that, like, you know, Ultimate came and went, it's like, alright, are they possible at all anymore? Like, is their opportunity, like, window gone? KP, nah. I'm usually by myself when it comes to that. I don't expect Star Fox. There's not a reason to expect a Star Fox character at the moment.
Okay.
Can't think of one reason why a Star Fox character would get added. Dodgers, thank you so much for the 20 months. Thank you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I expect a Sonic rep. I say that basically every stream. I think Crystal was considered, but I don't know. Star Fox doesn't really exist right now. It's never been much of a software or hardware seller. There's 3 characters already. I would like to see Waluigi for sure. I like when a package feels complete. You know, adding Daisy just makes it like, okay, are we not gonna... You know, there's one other one if you want to complete that package. Tales of, I mean, maybe it's relatively requested. I don't think there's ever been a situation where like Lloyd was like likely, so we'll see. Also, I don't expect Eggman. I think Shadow would check the most boxes. I think Eggman is probably like not even the top 3 most likely Sonic rep. Probably from most to least likely, Shadow, Knuckles, Tails. Maybe you can make an argument for Knuckles and Tails, but probably not. And then maybe Eggman after that, so... I think it'll be Shadow. If a Smash game was happening right now, it would definitely be Shadow. You know what I mean? I'm gonna shiny hunt. I think every character from Ultimate will be in the next game, so I think the marketing will probably be more along the lines of 100 characters rather than an everyone is here thing. I think that's gonna be a big deal. I think that would be a really easy marketing point. Do you think we'll get every stage in the new game? That's a good question. I haven't talked about that once. I don't know. It'd be nice, but I'm not sure. Because we're probably missing less than 10 stages in Ultimate, right? Do you think they're gonna go more into the custom moves aspect? I don't think so. That's true, Obtusier. That's a good point. I think they would have to market the 100 characters during the DLC process. Damn, good point. Could be like a road to 100 characters type of thing. That's a good point, because the base game wouldn't just release 15 characters or whatever they need. Like 10 to 15 or whatever. They have to have 18 characters? I thought it was slightly less than that. Are we sure it's 18? I thought it was like 15. That's a little more than they usually add in Smash.
Like if I set up a story all night
Yeah.
and move it up to 3, the at 10. So then I'm gonna move it up to 10 on Friday.
Okay. Move it down to 10.
Up to
Like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm moving it up from 11.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Damn. I mean, it's still possible. Or is the 82nd character, so they have to add 18 characters. It's still possible that the next Smash will shoot for 100. I just think that would be such a nice way to make the game sell a ridiculous amount. Is if one of the biggest marketing techniques for it is like, this game will have 100 fucking characters. Like, that's a number, bro. What if they make a new platform fighter altogether, like Mario Fighters or something? Well, the question we have to ask is like, what does that do for them when it comes to like Smash and selling copies and hardware? I don't think they benefit too much. Why not just improve on Smash that sells like 40 fucking million copies? No. I think you put them in the sunroom whenever uh we got home with from going out to eat. Um well, you went to the post office, but I guess you didn't bring the keys. Nothing. I was just saying you went to the post office, but you didn't bring the keys, I would imagine. At some point, too many characters is too many characters. Well, I think that's not up to us to say. If they say that, then sure, but we would need a reason and all that, you know what I mean? Like, truly, what is the objective difference for Nintendo between 82 and 100? Why is the line specifically drawn at some point? Yeah, I think a game has I would say is selling well if it gets to like 3 or 4 million. If it's 1 or 2 million, it's hard to say it sold well. 82 is already insane. Yes, it's a lot of characters, but from Nintendo's perspective, like what's truly insane about it? Like what's holding the game together by a thread? Like what does it truly mean to have too many characters? Why is it too many basically? Like is it making the game? Is it competitive? Like what's the answer? Because too many characters is overwhelming. Is it? Like if we look at Ultimate's 82 characters, was there some sort of negative consequence to the roster? Smash 101 just a spider prediction. Similar, at least. Steve is the easy answer. But truly, what is the problem with Steve? Because don't worry, I know what the problem is competitively. So if we can't come up with the reason why Ultimate has too many characters, what's the difference between 82 and 100? Like, do we really think Nintendo's like, well, this is too much, like too many characters? So I don't think they've thought that. I don't think they even bother to quantify it that way. Like, how could it possibly be overwhelming to Nintendo? They're not like barely managing to hold on to this savage beast that is Smash Bros. Like I'm pretty sure they have everything under control, and I'm pretty sure things have been planned very far in advance. Just like every other big thing they do. For good players, there is no consequences, but matchup checking new players is a thing. It's annoying in other fighting games having to know what your opponent can do. Well, see, that's just not a factor with what we're talking about. Nintendo's not thinking of a local Smash tournament in a video game shop. but when they decide to add their next characters. There's a much bigger picture here where they're trying to sell like 40 million copies of a game. So yes, I think every character from Ultimate will be in, and I think like 100 characters being in the game is very possible, because that's an eye catcher. Yeah, I finally got Shuckle, dude. I think there's a big difference between like play testing the game and fucking being a part of creating it. And you know what I mean? It's definitely cool, but I don't think it is evidence to some sort of shift in how Smash will be created in the future. We know what you think will happen, but do you want every character in? I think I do. I want the game to be as big as possible. I think I might actually have to end the stream a little early. Tiny's alright. It's hard to say. She's like somewhere in between. Since we caught it so early. But I would say she's diabetic, but we caught it so early, she might as well be pre-diabetic, if that makes sense. Yeah. The appeal of Smash is the characters. It's that simple. I think people who become big fans might lose sight of that, and they might think, oh, the next game will be a reboot, or oh, the next game will focus on solo and they're gonna cut the roster, or they're gonna have a small roster with very competitive movesets and revamps. It's like, I think they became so invested in a fan of the game that they forget why the game exists in the first place. And I feel like since I'm very like I play competitive Smash for a living, it feels like I'm trying to preach to people that like lost sight of what Smash is. So I feel like a lot of the competitive Smashers are doing the worst job imaginable at predicting the next Smash. Like absolutely terrible. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream a little early. We'll shiny hunt and play Smash tomorrow, but yeah, I hope everyone has a good one. Thank you so much for